Alright, we should be live right now. Yes, seems that I am live. Alright, so, hey everybody. Good to be back. It's been a while. Good to have you guys here. Hope you're ready for some more Ace Attorney Investigations, number 2. So, quick recap. If you remember at the end of last stream, or toward the end of last stream, well, now we found Kay after she ran away. She's wanted by the police, but we are trying to help her. While investigating the area where we think that she was pushed down from, realized that, well, we made a few discoveries, one of which was a trapdoor to a hidden 51st floor in the whatever building this is. And when we entered inside, we saw, as you can tell right behind you, all kinds of weird items. And we quickly realized that they're all evidences from different cases, mostly ones which Edgy worked himself, but other ones as well. And not only that, but they're being sold in an auction to unknown buyers who are, I don't know, freaks of, big fans of crime, I guess, or big cases or anything like that. So yes, and while we were investigating, we met Lotta Hart, Phoenix's old buddy from the main series. And we just, the last thing I did last stream was we just basically broke her, and she decided to tell us what she knew. She was there working on, not investigation, but like on an article, investigating for an article. And she has now, I seem to be dropping a lot of frames today, so I'm sorry about that. If it gets unbearable, please let me know, and I'll just make sure to, I don't know, try and switch a server maybe or something. I'll do whatever I can. Okay, so yeah, we just defeated her, and let's get going. I lost. I really lost. The mass of the South has been defeated. Now then, it's time to come clean. Tell me everything you know. I was watching the auction, gathering info for my story.
You didn't just watch, though. You got shocking photos too, right?
Oh, a little while after the auction started, someone won a bid. The conductor banged the gavel. Wonder if that means that Justine is the conductor. Someone hollered, "We'll finish the deal upstairs," or something like that. That ain't good, I thought to myself, as I hurried back to hide behind the statue.
Did you see whoever came up?
Not quite, but I reckon the fella that came up was the winner of the bid. I could smell the buttery aroma of big, fat wads of cash. Buttery aroma? Can't imagine that at all. I reckon this room is where the bidders ponied up the dough for their purchases. The two of them talked for a while. Wait, there was a second person in the storeroom? You betcha. I reckon it was the conductor. And then out of nowhere, one of them started screaming. Almost scared my britches off. I rolled myself up into a ball and kept laying low. I wonder if that means that it was Justine. I would be so happy if it was Justine. And the murder victim, what's her name, Jill. And I don't know, I guess she was part of the auction. She won the auction for some reason, and then they killed her? Could that be?
So you witnessed the murder?
Well, I wouldn't say that I witnessed it, but I definitely heard it though.
Didn't you try to stop them?
Just stop right there. That ain't even funny. What's a dainty little thing like me gonna do? Dainty? After that, I heard me some rustling bustling. Whole time, I was really regretting coming here at something fierce.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean...
But nothing gets in the way of Lotta Hart and her photos. This was my big scoop. Ain't no way I was gonna let it slip away. A bit later, I hear this loud thud. I figured it was my last chance to snap a photo from behind the statue.
Well then, would you please show us the photo?
Yo, Pamster, how's it going, buddy? How you doing, man? Aw, why do I have to?
This is... the person in the red raincoat who attacked Kay. The person in the red raincoat assaulted the victim in the storeroom. And then attacked Kay on the roof.
I wonder. Well, it might work. It might make sense, actually. Maybe they attacked her on the roof and, like, she got in the way of her escaping. So she realized that she could, like, kill two birds in one stone and get rid of her and frame her for the murder as well. Also running a video of Red Letter Meter ripping apart Star Wars 7. Oh, The Force Awakens, not The Last Jedi. Yeah, I don't know. Is it the one with Mr. Plinkett? Because I like some of his stuff, because he goes like really in-depth. And I don't know, I tried watching some Red Letter Media stuff. They can be entertaining sometimes, but sometimes it's just like they're like nitpicking too much, or they're like, I don't know. Oh, the Mr. Plinkett ones I like, though. Yeah, I remember watching it too. I thought not all of it, but most of it was really good. Like, really good and valid criticisms. Like, I didn't really like The Force Awakens that much. And I've heard that the early reviews have been, or like, first impressions have been very positive so far, but that means absolutely nothing. Since there were very good first impressions of Suicide Squad as well. So we'll see. I'm a bit worried about The Last Jedi, to be honest. Because of what Mark Hamill said. Did you see that? I don't know if I should go and see the new Star Wars movie. It's just, actually I'm in the same opinion as you, man. It's just that like a bunch of my friends want to go, so like, you know, whatever. It is a Star Wars movie. It is a pretty big deal. They're gonna stay like the biggest franchise in history, whether I go or not. What do you say? Well, basically, I'll give you the two sides. I was pretty excited because the producer of the movie and the director, Ryan Johnson, they're both very talented, and I've been following them professionally for a while, especially the producer. But Ryan Johnson, he did some really good stuff, good movies. He also directed, I think, the two best episodes, what are considered to be two of the best episodes of Breaking Bad. And it was a good gamble, I think, on Disney. A gutsy good gamble on them to give him... He never did like anything of this scale or budget, which is cool. It's like a nice formula that Disney Marvel have been doing lately, and it seems to be generally, as a general rule, it seems to be working. But I don't remember who, probably someone from this site, linked me a video of Mark Hamill in different interviews, just like saying how much he well, he said on numerous occasions that he went, after reading the script, he went to Ryan. Well, I'm not sure if he wrote the script, but in any case, he went to Ryan, the director, and told him, listen, I fundamentally object every decision that you made about my character, about Luke. I think it's completely not like the character to do what's going on. The logistics of Star Wars, not a good idea. Definitely not a good idea. Not necessarily, dude. It's been paid off before by Marvel. Through the Star Wars is bigger, but again, he had like the right attitude coming into it too. It's a gamble, but it's a gamble that needs to happen, man. Like we need fresh blood in the industry. We need, like, you know, bright young minds with new ideas to, like, you know, shake things up. It's the, like, otherwise it becomes like, you know, too commercial and artistic masturbation. So we need that. So it's a good gamble on them. We'll see. Anyway, it's not like the new Star Wars movie is not gonna make a shit ton of money. But what was it? And when they announced that he was the one chosen, like, he came with a good attitude. He tweeted, I think, a video from like Armageddon or something, with like a prayer in it. I never saw Armageddon, so I don't remember what part exactly. And he wrote something along the lines of, "Please God, don't let me fuck this up." Like, just don't let me fuck this up. So it's a good attitude. So he wasn't like, you know, too confident. He wasn't like rushing in. He was aware of the challenge, and I think he definitely had the skills to do it. It's more of the studio around it. Anyway, so Mark Hamill said on numerous occasions that he was very disappointed with the script and the direction that Ryan chose for his character, and he felt that it was really out of his character, and that he, I repeat, fundamentally objects to all of his choices, which is a big worry. Now, it might be, I wouldn't put it past Hamill to just do that as a troll. He is a big troll. He loves, you know, having fun and making jokes, like friendly jokes and friendly pranks on his fans. So it might be like him trying to, you know, lower expectations so it's just that amazing, and after the movie is out, he's gonna say, I was kidding you guys, it's an amazing movie, I love it. But I'm not sure. And that, you know, coming from Hamill, who's a guy I deeply respect, and I think he has, again, the right state of mind regarding the movies in general and his character. He doesn't take himself too seriously, but he knows how important it is for some people, like what kind of impact the franchise had on them. And I don't know, we'll just have to see. I'm very worried about the movie, and I was one of the people who was not impressed with The Force Awakens. Like, it was pretty good. It wasn't a bad movie, but it was definitely much less than what I was hoping or expecting. Which is why I agreed with most of the criticisms of Red Letter Media. So that's my little rant about Star Wars. Sorry about that. I'm gonna get back to the game now.
And then attacked Kay on the roof.
On his photo data, jotted down in my organizer.
There's only one person in this photo. Where's the victim?
Yeah, I thought it was strange too. I could have sworn there were two of them, but when I looked, there was only the one. Well, it could be that like the body was already downstairs, waiting to be found, or that she was just like lying on the floor or something, even though there's no blood, so that's weird. We're gonna have to reinvestigate the crime scene, especially with the discoveries we made in this room. But that's gotta be the killer, don't you reckon?
So, she's saying the victim disappeared.
The murder may have occurred in the storeroom during the auction.
You were able to tell this person was the culprit just by looking?
Their hand was stained bright red, so I figured it was them. You sure it wasn't just like the hoodie?
What happened to the auction after the murder?
Nothing really. Just went on like normal. Guess those rich folks don't give a hoot. They got some nerve.
The nerve of a journalist is nothing to scoff at either.
Don't know what to do in regards to what? Whether to see the movie or not? On one hand, I know it's not going to be good. Well, Plum, I think it has a lot to do with expectations. I gotta say, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, and I think that's gonna be like an improved. Okay, basically what I recommend, if you got like one of those big movie complexes around your area, with like a big, good theater, and preferably like an IMAX theater, I highly recommend you go to that, because first of all, it does make you enjoy films much more. I watch movies in IMAX that if I hadn't watched in IMAX, I probably wouldn't have liked them, but they weren't that good movies, but I just enjoyed the experience more. Like, enjoyed the I don't know, the thrill, the cinematography, the movement, the atmosphere, everything. It's just one better. So just go and treat yourself to like a nice experience, I think. And on the other hand, no, it's not gonna reach the bad level of episodes 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, it's just, well, it's not really clear what direction they're taking yet. I have a guess at their general arc that they're going for, but I'm not sure exactly. Like, Star Wars 7 was a rehash. I'm not sure what this is going to be. I think they're going to try to create something new, which isn't exactly on the atmosphere of 4, 5, and 6, and not exactly the atmosphere of 1, 2, and 3 either. It's going to simply be mediocre and overall not memorable. I don't know, man. Like, it's possible, but who knows? If you got a bunch, I'd say just like try to turn into an experience. an attraction, say. Go to an IMAX theater, get a bunch of friends, get a big ass popcorn, and just like try to watch it, try to enjoy it for what it is, and try to lower expectations. I think it's never gonna be, you know, the same, the canonic status of 4, 5, and 6 of the original trilogy. But still, it might be a good, like, you know, some fun space battles, fun lightsaber battles, fun Force stuff. We get to watch someone die, probably either Luke or Leia, probably Leia. And I don't know, like that's the best you can make out of it. And worst case, you'll be pleasantly surprised. That's what I think. But still try to make, like, you know, raise the chances of you enjoying it by making it into, like, you know, a nice movie-going experience. That's what I'm gonna do, and that's what I recommend to you. Okay, so again, back to the game. Lotta's testimony jotted down my organizer. Okay, so that's it, but I'm not done with the investigation yet. Oh yeah, I got all these pieces of logic. I think I remember looking all around the room, and because I always talk to people last, so I talked to Lotta, and I got a whole bunch of logic pieces. Oh, just 2. Entered the storm from the roof one at a time, exited the same way, and the victim disappeared. I don't know, like I got full health I think, but I'm not sure if this is... if these two connect.
There's a huge stack of money piled up here. How unrefined. They're all $100 bills. Talk about big bucks. So, how many times your yearly salary do you think this is worth? Leave my salary out of this.
Okay, so that's not... I'm trying to look for something that might be a piece of logic that I need.
Look! Check it out! This lift had a sturdy platform and solid steel supports. According to my calculations, it should be able to support the weight of 50 Mr. Edgeworths.
Yeah, I thought so too, Mario, but I just wanted to make sure. Also, it's good to see you, man. Happy to have you. Yeah, I thought so too. I don't feel like the 2 pieces of logic I got right now work, so I just wanted to, like, be extra sure. But I think I have full HP, so I'm just gonna go for it.
I doubt there is enough space for that many people. It seems to be used for moving goods. I wonder about that. If you pack them in real tight, they might just fit. All 50 of them.
Impossible.
That aside, there are still some more places in this storeroom we need to examine. We'll examine the lift after we finish our investigation here. Impossible, huh? Then how about 45? No. We might even be able to fit 48 people.
Okay, so yeah, let's just try it. How are you doing, Mario? How's your day going so far, buddy? Okay, I don't really see how these connect, but fuck it, let's go. Let's try. I think it refills my health when I'm done with the investigation anyway, so...
If we assume that the murder took place in this storeroom, then we must conclude that the body was here as well. Huh? Isn't that pretty obvious? Do you remember how the participants left the auction? Of course. They passed through the storeroom on the way back from the auction. Ah! Exactly. The culprit had to hide the body so that the participants wouldn't discover it. The real question is, where was the body hidden?
Okay, so that helped. Do we have anything else?
Emma, would you mind lending me a hand? Leave it to me! What do you want me to do? Let's see. Use your luminol reagent to test for a blood reaction. If you would, please. Okay, let me show you the power of science! The glint in her eyes is getting brighter by the second. Let's start by examining that ladder over there. Based on Miss Hart's picture, the person in the red raincoat headed towards that ladder.
chances are something will turn up if we check there. Just touch anything you want to examine. If you do that, you'll be able to spray the luminol region at it.
Okay, so yeah, that works.
If there's a bloodstain on the spot where you sprayed, you'll get a reaction like this. Even so, no matter how many times they see bloodstains, they're always so gruesome. There's a blood reaction here, but it's kind of faint. Let's spray it with luminol 2 or 3 more times, so it'll be nice and clear. You can see it clearly now. It looks even more gruesome than before. Do you understand how to look for bloodstains now?
Yes, I think I do. Oh yeah, we're CSI investigations too, I suppose. Or ACSI, whatever you want to call it.
There are probably a few more bloodstains here, so why don't you give it a try, Mr. Edgeworth?
Okay. I think I see something here, actually. Anything with a mask? I'm looking like for the not obvious stuff first. Okay, so it seems like it's just the ladder. There we go.
Let's search the rest of the storeroom for bloodstains just like that. First, let's look for a place to spray the luminol region.
I'm thinking... Yeah, they moved from there, so I'm thinking right here.
You want to examine this spot?
Yes, I think...
Let's spray luminol in every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Oh, there we go.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's a reaction. It's a bloodstain. But why in a place like this?
Perhaps this was where the murder took place.
Ah, it looks like some of the blood dripped down to the floor below.
Yeah, but that would explain the puddle that we saw in the crime scene. Which wasn't where the body was placed, and that was weird, so that would explain it.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's places we still haven't checked yet. So, let's continue our investigation.
I'm not sure, the money maybe?
Want to examine this spot? Unfortunately, there were no reactions here.
Okay. The statue maybe?
Want to examine this spot?
There we go. Oh.
Unfortunately, there were no reactions here.
Maybe specifically the masks? Oh, wait, no, hold on. There was something...
Want to examine this spot?
No, nothing either. The box? The box looks weird. It looks like... Oh, okay. Seems like I'm onto something. Inside... Oh, she was transferred inside the box, maybe? Or she was hidden inside the box.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's a bloodstain here too. However, why is...
Oh, however, why is there a bloodstain in a place like this?
Maybe something that had blood on it was stored inside?
So inside the... Okay, yeah. So that's where she was hidden.
Looks like we found all the bloodstains in the storeroom.
It seems we have investigated the storeroom sufficiently.
Okay, now we need to add the logic. Yep, this should explain everything.
The reason why we found a bloodstain in the costume trunk is because the murderer hid the body in that box.
I wonder who won the bid for it. The trunk, I mean.
That I don't know. In a certain way, everything worked out exactly as someone wanted.
Hold it, hold it! Couldn't have been that dressing box.
What do you mean?
When I first came down here, that box caught my eye too. It's just the right size and would have made the perfect hiding place. Good thing she didn't hide there. That's what I thought anyway. But I couldn't get the dang thing to open. It had been wrapped up real tight with a locked chain. The murder happened after that, so hiding a body in there would have been impossible, you know? Unless they had, like, the key to the lock, or, like, just move the chain.
A chain wrapped around it? That's a bit strange. Right now, it doesn't seem to be locked up at all.
Huh? That's weird. Maybe my eyes were playing tricks on me or something. Costume trunk. The killer had the victim in this box. A bloodstain was found inside.
And with that, I believe we have examined everything there is to examine here.
Well then, let's head on down.
Oh. Have we decided on our next destination? Hey, Kay.
Yes, Mr. Shields?
We wouldn't want to get you lost, so make sure you stay real close to Uncle Ray, okay?
Right. I'll follow you closely, Mr. Shields.
These two. Since when did they get along like that?
Complete. And look at us all going down together. I really hope we don't get caught by the investigators there, though. It's kind of like reckless of them, I think. So yeah, the crime room, exactly where the blood puddle was. Oh,
What?
Mr. Edgeworth. Not what he hoped, I guess.
This place is...
Is this the auction hall?
What do you think? Oh, I just noticed that her little button, the smiley, changes faces, I think. According to her reactions. That's kind of cute. What do you feel at the sound effect whenever there's green text? It's... Haven't you ever seen Law and Order, Mario? It's what they play. It's just that in Law and Order, or at least in Special Victims Unit, they always like have titles kind of like that with like a typewriter sound of like the location of the time when they change a scene or when there's a crime or something. Like tick 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 tick, just like here. And then there's that dun dun. So that's just, I don't know, a little joke. Oh, her button is always like that? Oh, so my bad. Oh, hey, Maury. How you doing, man?
No, it's the meeting room from before.
How nice of you to drop in, Kay Faraday. You've got some guts. Hey, you guys, arrest her! Arrest her! Wait, Kay is... As for the rest of the riffraff, just show them out the door.
Oh, crap. We're surrounded.
This is tyranny.
Yeah, it's tyranny, pal. Miles, this is kind of bad.
The light of justice shines above...
Yeah. Yeah. Ouch!
Why? Me too. Oh, that's strange. I was aiming for that Vic ex-prosecutor.
We're clearly aiming at me.
Maybe something got in my way, particularly...
Yeah.
right around there. Franziska. Just what do you think you're doing here, ex-prosecutor Miles Edgeworth?
I do not believe that Kay is the culprit behind this incident.
You're just an ordinary man without investigation rights. What you say does not matter. Ich bin Franziska von Karma. I will never stop moving forward. However, you chose to quit. The outcome of our battle has already been decided.
I cast away my badge because it became a millstone around my neck. I shall continue moving forward, even without it. The path I walk will surely lead to the truth. My actions are driven by that belief, and that is something which will never change.
So, you're saying that you've found a path to the truth? Then, show it to me! But if that path proves to be a foolish one, it will not survive my whip! Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, I thought it might be like a reverse thing where she's questioning us. Never mind. The victim used her keycard and entered this room with the culprit. Then, the culprit stabbed the victim in the chest with the candelabra, killing her. Shouldn't the letter make it obvious who the culprit is? Of course, the crime scene was just right here in this room. The PIC meeting room. Okay, I think that's what we need to present on. The proof is a bloodstain we found here in the meeting room. That settles it, my Edgeworth.
Miss Von Karma seems really confident, doesn't she?
Oh, I see. She's a fiery one, ain't she? I don't mind a feisty cutie. So how about an introductory... How repulsive. Well, Miles Edgeworth, can you break my logic? If you truly have no intention of stopping here, prove it to me with evidence!
Very well. I'll show you, Francisca. The evidence that paves my path.
Okay, so we're gonna press everything anyway. I think I know where to present, but I wanna be sure. Hold it!
Was there nothing suspicious about the security system?
The meeting room's security is perfect, much like minor logic. There's no room for doubt.
Your logic isn't as perfect as you think. In any case, your opinion has not changed.
Yeah. The victim and the culprit entered the room together. I actually think that's true, since they all probably came in for the auction. Hold it! You firmly refuse to shake your ass, Pommel. Why not? What's wrong with a little bit of booty shaking? It's healthy, you know. Studies proved it.
Did the victim's wounds match up with the candelabra?
The victim's chest was pierced in 3 places simultaneously by a sharp metal object. No shakes tonight? Okay. If you want to take the night off, that's okay. Sometimes your ass needs a rest too. Is there anything else that could have done such a thing? That should all be written in Dr. Young's autopsy report.
So you're sure that the murder weapon was the candelabra?
Exactly. As for who the culprit is... And yes, I agree that the candelabra was the murder weapon. Hold it!
Do you have anything to confirm that the letter was actually sent by Kay?
Are you proposing that it was forged by the real criminal? That possibility was dismissed some time ago. There were no traces of forgery on the letter. Of course, there were no other traces because besides Kay Faraday and the victim found on the letter.
Are you saying you found Kay's fingerprints on the letter?
The only fingerprints we found belonged to the victim. In other words, you can't really say that Kay is the culprit.
Didn't I just say that the possibility of a forgery has been dismissed? That letter was originally sent by Kay Faraday.
That's fine, that still doesn't disprove our theory.
Therefore, it is only natural to assume that she is the culprit.
It's right here. This, I think, is the crucial point.
Hold it!
Do you have any proof that the crime took place in this room?
Eine von Karma is perfect in every way. Perhaps you forgot that when you gave up your badge.
Proof of the bloodstain. I'm gonna press this just in case. Because it might be this. This is like a close second contender to the faulty statement.
Hold it!
Have we determined who the blood actually belongs to?
The blood analysis confirms that it belonged to the victim.
Just because the bloodstain was found here doesn't mean that this was the scene of the crime.
You forget, Miles Edgeworth, that in court, evidence is everything. If you believe this room is not the crime scene, show me the evidence that proves it!
Evidence that shows where the crime took place. We may not be in court, but I'll show her the truth.
Miss Von Karma isn't showing any openings.
However, there is one fact we know that she does not.
They're not the only ones who can perform scientific investigations.
And therein lies the proof. The path to the truth I found.
Okay, so I actually think now, because of what you said, it sounded more like they were hinting that this is the statement. So I'm gonna try to present, I think, the blood on the hidden lift. And after that, maybe the costume trunk. Anything else? Lotta's testimony. Oh, Lotta's testimony, maybe. Items for 11 people attended the event. Each one of them. No, she's not referring directly to the murder. So I think I don't need to use that. Foe doesn't prove murder. Neither does this. So, it's one of these. I think I'm just gonna try both. I've got a stronger gut feeling towards this one, though.
Objection!
If memory serves me correctly, the blood in the meeting room was found in front of the statue of Lady Justice, was it not?
To murder someone before Lady Justice. This culprit knows no fear.
I wonder about that. Have a look at this piece of evidence. Blood was found in the storeroom right above the meeting room. As you can see, there are signs that it has dripped down onto the floor below. And right under the hidden lift is
The statue of Lady Justice!
Then you understand. The murder did not take place here. The killer murdered the victim in the storeroom and then moved the body to this room. What Lady Justice witnessed was a coward trying to conceal their crime, and not the moment of the murder. She's smiling.
Pardon me. I just remembered a conversation quite similar to this one. As I expected, Miles Edgeworth, such naivete couldn't possibly be an act. Just how is Mr. Edgeworth naive? Youch! Have you forgotten? Or are you just playing the foolish fool? The amount of blood in the meeting room is clearly greater than in the storeroom.
Yes, that's because it dripped.
Oh, please do. Yeah! Such a large amount of blood couldn't have simply dripped from the floor above. And even if it had, there should have been much more blood left behind in the storeroom. The murder could not have occurred anywhere other than this meeting room.
You're as predictable as always, Francisco.
Was?
The difference in the amount of blood is just as you say. The question is, why does such a difference exist?
That issue is trivial. I've already explained it with my perfect logic.
In that case, how do you explain the blood that was found in the storeroom? I don't suppose you're going to tell me that it was somehow sprayed all the way up there.
Like a water fountain? No way.
Exactly. It's impossible. In other words, the reason for the difference in the amount of blood is... The amount of blood in the meeting room and the storeroom are different because...
When it was pulled out there, she was stabbed here, she was stabbed in the storeroom. It's possible that the weapon was pulled out here? I don't think so. I think she was stabbed in the storeroom. I'm just not sure on the... Well, they said... She said that after... Lotta said that after the murder, the auction kept going as usual. So I doubt that they would have done so if there was a dead body or a bleeding body right next to them. So I don't think the weapon was pulled out there. Oh, well, actually, I don't know, it's a possibility, but it's only a ruse. I might be wrong, but I think that she was stabbed in the storeroom. If not, then the weapon was pulled out here. It's just that I'm not sure on the timeline exactly. She could have just hidden her with the candelabra in the chest and then taking it out here, but that's kind of, I don't know, carrying like a body with a weapon still stuck inside. That's really awkward, isn't it? So yeah, I'm gonna go with this.
The victim was stabbed in the storeroom with a murder weapon.
Being stabbed in the storeroom doesn't explain the difference in the amount of blood. That explanation is unacceptable!
So it wasn't that.
Okay, so we know what it really is. I don't really see it, but sure.
Must have been another moment when the victim was bleeding more heavily. That would explain why such a large amount of blood was left in the meeting room.
It seems you can't explain the difference in the amount of blood that was left behind.
Do not take me lightly. I already know the answer to that.
And the blood is different because the weapon was pulled out here.
The victim died of a stab wound. Naturally, there would be a significant amount of blood loss.
That's obvious just from looking at the bloodstain.
But that's so weird. She was attacked in the storeroom, but there was less blood found. Yeah!
Silence! You third-rate prosecutor!
But I'm the best. Yeah!
Do you know when you lose the most blood after getting stabbed with a sharp object?
I know. It's when the sharp object is pulled out, right?
Precisely. After being stabbed with a candelabra, the body was moved to the meeting room. And then, the murder weapon was pulled right here in this very room. That would account for the difference in the amount of blood that was left behind.
But why would the culprit go through all that trouble?
Most likely to give the impression that the murder occurred in the meeting room. It seems Miss Crane's keycard was used last night. But based on the time of use, it must have been a ploy by the culprit to mislead us.
Yes, so she was actually dead before 12:52 a.m. and she just took her keycard and used it.
In all likelihood, it was the culprit who used the keycard to enter the meeting room.
Why would the corporate have needed to do that?
Perhaps they feared that the storeroom would be found out during the investigation. If they were involved in the auction, they would not have wanted it to become public.
Meeting room blood data jotted down. Okay, that's good. The auction, you say?
Perhaps you should go upstairs and see for yourself what items are on display. I'm sure that will allow you to understand what occurred here.
Impressive, Mars Edgeworth. You're willing to go that far to protect her?
There's something big lurking behind the scenes of this case. Kay simply got caught up in it.
You're exaggerating.
Am I now? More than anyone, I would think you'd understand the significance behind all this. Why would you, a prosecutor involved with Interpol, be involved in a domestic case? Wasn't your objective to crush a certain international smuggling ring? If your search for smuggled goods has led you here, then isn't this feeling I have related to the case?
I'm relieved. You haven't lost your touch, even though you've turned in your badge. I've heard about your situation from Scruffy over there.
Oh, sorry, sir. I just wanted to help out somehow.
A wise decision, Detective. Francisca, are you the one in charge of this case? Isn't Interpol pursuing the black market auction?
As if I am. That's not something you need to know.
So, you knew about all this from the very beginning. You knew the black market auction was being held right here.
Hold it! Hey, mind if I butt in? About that gal who turned up dead.
Hold it! You!
Hey, I ain't done talking yet. Hey! You ain't changed a lick! Isn't this kind of racially insensitive, whipping a fairly dark-skinned woman with an afro?
This case doesn't need even a fragment of your faulty testimony.
What are you saying? I'm a bona fide Ow!
Back then, you gave false testimony.
She's talking about her time in the Phoenix Wright game, I think, if I remember right.
Miss Von Karma seems to really dislike Lotta.
I can't say she's fond of her.
Ain't that con gal one of them PRC members? She's the spin image of the conductor. I reckon she's... Youch! She hit me. She hit me again.
What is the meaning of this? Answer me, Miles Edgeworth.
From Miss Hart's testimony, we obtained a description of what the conductor was wearing. And it matched what the victim, Jill Crane, was wearing.
You mean to say the one who was murdered was a conductor?
Not necessarily, actually. She might have been dressed... No, actually... Was Jill the conductor, though? I don't know. Maybe they were... I don't know, actually. I'm not positive on this. I mean, it does have holes in it. And blood. But we know that the letter wasn't in her pocket when she was stabbed, since it's not, like, pierced. So... There seems to be, like, some sort of manipulation or foul play here. I'm just not positive. I don't know, really, yet.
Miss Von Karma, maybe you should come. Aye!
It would seem that a new fact has just been brought to light. Indeed. I came here in pursuit of the black market auction, in order to arrest the organizer of the event. In other words, the conductor.
If we believe Miss Hart's testimony, then the conductor is already dead. Wouldn't this mean that your investigation has ended in vain?
That's right. However, I swear on my name that I will not return empty-handed.
I challenge you, my Edgeworth.
A challenge is fine, but why is she readying her whip like she's out for a victim of her own?
Oh, another one. Okay. Francisca's logic part 2. Okay. I will concede your argument. The murder occurred in the storeroom, correct? That would mean the culprit is someone who participated in the auction. That photographer is correct. The victim was a conductor. And the culprit was a customer. The culprit waited for the victim in the storeroom where the goods were delivered. Then, they stabbed the victim in the chest with a candelabra in the storeroom. I didn't spot anything particularly false or contradictory there. So I'm guessing if we press some new piece of testimony might pop out. That is all. I trust you have no objections.
Unfortunately, that is not the case, because there's a hole in your testimony.
As expected of Mr. Edgeworth, I didn't notice anything at all. Well then, please settle this with one blow.
Yes, of course. Watch as I crush her logic.
Okay, better start presenting. Hold it!
You were surprisingly quick to concede.
I simply cannot deny facts that are backed by evidence. That is all. We have proven that the murder occurred in the storeroom. Hold it!
The culprit participated in the auction. The culprit participated in the auction. I'd like to hear your basis for this claim.
When I spoke with the staff of this building, not a single one mentioned the storeroom. This storeroom's existence must have only been known to a select few.
And that's where the items for the auction were being stored.
I see, you understand. Yeah, the culprit participated in the auction. The photographer is correct, the victim was a conductor and the culprit was the customer. Hold it!
So, you're saying that the victim was the auction's conductor?
Right. And the culprit... Hey! Ain't you the one who told her that... Ain't you the one who told her that just a moment ago?
Yes, that's right. However, I was simply making sure her logic is clear.
That ain't right. You're doing it wrong. This is the part where you're supposed to say, I done goofed. I have to admit, that's a fine booty. Well, yeah. Even I can't deny. When a girl walks in... Fuck, how's that line go? Even I can't deny that when a girl walks in with an itty-bitty waist and a round thing in my face, I get sprung. Yep, Maury, definitely. The culprit was a customer participating in the black market auction. Gotta find... Oh. Well, you know it's true, Maury. You know I've seen it. What in tarnation? Now you've done it. Don't cover for him. Of course, that is only if this photographer's testimony is indeed true.
I can't tell whether they're on good or bad terms.
This issue here is the culprit's actions. Culprit waited for the victim in the storeroom where the goods were delivered. I think her testimony says something a bit different, doesn't it? Black market auction was being held in the Grand Tower. The items, 11 people attended the event. Each one of them was wearing a mask. The auction continued even after Jill Crane's murder, which is even more weird. It's even more or weirder or more bizarre that the auction continued. If this might be it. This might be the way to prove that the murder victim wasn't actually the conductor, because then the auction couldn't go on. But for now, let's press. Hold it!
Miss Hart was in the storeroom at the time. Could the culprit really have been waiting there?
Objection! I don't know where she was hiding, but since you've seen it, you must know as well. There are numerous hiding places in that storeroom.
So the culprit was hiding while they waited for the victim to arrive.
I believe the crime occurred after the auction ended.
Oh, there we go.
After all, the victim was the organizer of the auction, the conductor. During the auction, the organizer would have been in front of the customers the entire time.
After the auction ended, please add that statement to your testimony.
Okay, just to be sure, I'm gonna press this too, but I think it's pretty clear that this is the one we need to present on.
Hold it!
Oh damn, looks like Parma is pretty thirsty.
The victim was killed after the auction ended. Are you certain of that?
Hey, Chairs, welcome back, buddy. How was your time? I forgot where you went, but it was on vacation, right? How did you enjoy it?
The victim was the conductor. That is the only possibility.
Without the conductor, the auction couldn't have been held.
Oh, Chairs is thirsty too, huh?
The auction couldn't have been held. Something seems odd in this testimony.
Yes, definitely. Okay. Oh, you're slaving away at school? Oh, that sucks. What, finals or tests or something? How did it go? Midterm. Yeah, I should have guessed. Well, first of all, I'm glad that you're done with it, right? Time to relax a bit and enjoy the fruits of your labor. And how did it feel? How do you think it went? Okay, after the auction ended, and we got evidence to dispute that. Oh, only minor. So do you still have tests coming up for? Oh, I still got more to do for your majors. I see. Well, good luck, buddy. That is after break. What break? Christmas break or? Yeah, actually, Christmas is pretty close.
Objection!
You did well, excellent. That's good to hear, man. Fingers crossed. You'll get great grades.
As I thought, you are one step behind.
What did you say?
The victim was not the conductor, and I have proof.
Winter break, right. Happy holidays and all that. Winter break. Okay, fair enough. Still sounds like a good time. Yeah, I think Hanukkah is actually, I'm not sure. It's sometime this week, I think. So yeah, that would make sense. So yeah, good. So you got some time on your break to enjoy yourself, study with you know, less pressure, all that. That's good. Really hope you enjoy and take full advantage of your break, man.
Miss Hart's testimony.
That photographer's testimony is not trustworthy.
What are you all saying? I'm a bona fide Ow!
Cease your idle chatter. Yeehaw!
Objection! On the 13th, Oh, wow. So in 2 days, you got 2 weeks off. Wow. Oh, it's in 2 weeks. Oh, Hanukkah's on the 13th. Okay, and the break is in 2 weeks. I see, so there's still time. Okay, but that's still good. You got more time between tests. That's always nice. Not to cram all of them in, you know, 1 week or 2 that are consecutive.
Francisca, calm down and listen. Miss Hart witnessed the part of the murder.
22nd to 1st. So like a bit more than a week. Still pretty good, man. Also, why are you speaking like Yoda?
The main point here is that after witnessing the murder, she says the auction continued.
That's right. Sure as can be. They all just kept going on shamelessly.
Do you think the auction could have continued without someone conducting it? If the victim was not the conductor, the person killed must have been a customer.
9!
As I said from the beginning, K is not the culprit.
Oh, classwork. That's what you call it. Okay, yeah. Hope you enjoy your classwork chairs, yeah. You might even say it's a job, that work of yours. But okay, yeah. Wink wink, nudge nudge. I got you, man.
After all, she herself was attacked by someone in lost consciousness. In which case, that would also make her a victim.
The auction continued after the incident occurred.
Yes, and the victim was not the conductor, but a customer.
Smash. That's enough.
That voice.
Pretty sure it's her. Yep. A handful. Math proofs. Oh, cool. If you want, we got, if I remember right, Sunken Duncan. He's like a big math geek, and I think he's actually like studying in college now. And he's like a big math geek. He loves that shit. So, I don't know if I don't know, just you use that or not, as you wish, that info.
Order in the court. The chairman will now enter.
Okay, so we were talking about a different voice for the chairman. I'm going to try and give him kind of a tougher voice, but we'll see. Give me any notes if you guys want me to do changes.
My. No need to be so stiff. Actually, feel free to call me Blazy.
Well then, Lazy, what brings you here?
Oh my god, you're such an idiot, the best.
Huh? Well, I just wanted to see if my idiot son was working hard is all.
Is this kind of father-son relationship really healthy?
I had come to light a fire under you, but it seems I found an unexpected bonus. To think that a criminal who has become the talk of the town would be here, of all places.
Smash. Everyone, restrain the suspect at once.
Please wait. Kay Faraday is not the
Silence! This is quite troubling, Edgeworth. Didn't I tell you earlier? The PIC desires a swift resolution to this case.
Mario, if you're still around, how do you think about this? You're the one who told me that he has a biker jacket and I need to make his voice a bit more gruff and shit. Is this any good?
If it's not, we could lose our trust with the public. They'd call us the waste of time committee. You know, it's troubling for me as well, that sort of thing. And it's my age too.
And on top of that, an illegal investigation is not something that I can overlook. Have you forgotten? You are no longer a prosecutor. You have lost all your authority. Furthermore, you have aided a criminal in evading the law.
Yes, that's right. You're so reliable, Courtney.
I am aware of the consequences of my actions. You may punish me as you wish. However, we have found a new suspect. It's the person pictured here.
Now let's see their reactions. This might be a big tell.
Kay Faraday was attacked by this person and...
Overruled. There is no need for your explanation. Just recently, a red raincoat was discovered in the vicinity of this building. The victim's blood and cherry blossom petals were found on the hood.
Cherry blossom petals? Now that you mention it, on the viewing platform.
Yes, they probably stuck on due to the blood. They were littered around the bloodstain.
What the fuck is that lighter? I don't know. A turbo lighter, probably. Have you ever seen those? They can go like, you know, like a foot high with flames, and they're that tiny. Like just, well, a bit bigger than a normal lighter.
And we've received the forensic report on the blood, you know. There's no doubt about it. The person in that photo is the victim, Jill Crane.
What did you say?
Red raincoat data jotted down. Victim's fingerprints and blood were found on the hood. It could be that it belonged to her originally, but I still think that the murderer took it and used it.
Impossible! That would completely destroy the foundations of our logic! We had believed the person in the red raincoat was the culprit. And now it turns out that person is actually the murder victim. Wait, if that's the case, then the prime suspect would be...
Miss Faraday, you met a person in a red raincoat on the rooftop, did you not? Yes, I did, but... The person in the red raincoat was the murder victim. And Kay Faraday came into contact with that person. Since one of the parties is now dead, what happened next should be clear.
Objection! Kay was attacked by that person. As the victim, it would be impossible for her to be the culprit.
Overruled. There is no evidence she was attacked, is there? Furthermore, we must consider the possibility that the victim fought back.
It's far too early to come to that conclusion. Kay is not the criminal.
You're wrong.
Kay?
That's wrong. Even though I don't want to believe it myself. After hearing about the raincoat, I finally remembered. I only remember a little, but from what I saw that night,
Let's see.
the culprit is me.
What?
I remember looking down at the person in the red raincoat. Mr. Edgeworth, it was me. The culprit was me all along.
That can't be right.
Then why? Why do I have that memory? That person collapsed before my eyes, engulfed in a pool of blood. Why didn't I do anything? It must have been because I killed her. Smash. It is clear to me the validity of Kay Faraday's memory.
Did you doubt it until just now, pal?
Overruled. Congratulations, Miss Faraday. Your courage will surely allow you to be forgiven. Now, let us rejoice in the blessings of the Goddess of Law.
Objection!
Allow me to give minor opinion as an international prosecutor. Her actions as a criminal are...
Overruled. Hurry. Arrest Kay Faraday at once.
How dare you behave that way before me?
You being too forceful. Further verification is necessary. I'd even go so far to say this is unlawful.
Unfortunately, the law does not side with you.
It sides with me, you see? But you know, that beautiful bond between you two has been etched deeply into my heart.
That reminds me, we seem to have forgotten one additional suspect.
Edgeworth, that's you. What's that, pal? Mr. Edgeworth hasn't done anything wrong. I beg to differ. That's right. You see, he's no longer a prosecutor, sadly enough.
Smash. Your actions have gone too far this time. An illegal investigation and assisting in the escape of a criminal. I cannot even think of you as a former prosecutor. Now, humbly accept your punishment.
Oh, yes, that's right. I believe the plan for today was to hold your hearing before the PIC. Why don't we leave the hearing for tomorrow, even though the result is already crystal clear? You should think long and hard about what you've done. Very long and very hard.
Court is now adjourned. Smash!
To be continued. Right now, guys. Thankfully, we have some more time. About 45 more minutes. Oh shit. He's really in jail. Isn't that the same... Isn't this like nightly cell?
This is the second time I've been in this cell.
Yeah, it is.
All my evidence has been taken from me. The only thing I have left is Kay's Yatagarasu badge. I'm worried about Kay. Is she alright?
The culprit is me. I remember looking down at the person in the red raincoat. Mr. Edgeworth, it was me. The culprit was me all along.
You have a visitor. Please hurry out.
A visitor? Who could it be?
Well, a bunch of people, really. Someone by the name of Dick Gumshoe. Will you turn him down?
No. It will be hard to face him, though.
Wait here.
He's not going to stay and keep watch.
Pardon me. I don't know. Maybe that's him?
Pardon me.
Oh, I wasn't expecting this. Judge Courtney! The testimony would not be usable in the U.S. Court of Law due to brain damage, making it impossible to make the testimony reliable. Yeah, but this, they're taking laws from, like, Japan and the U.S. since this takes place in, like, a fictionary Los Angeles. Kind of like, what's it called? Kind of like, San Fran, Tokyo.
Hush. Please, have a seat.
Did she come as a friend or as an enemy?
Why are you here? I was told the detective had come.
If I did instruct them to tell you that, you wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Fransokyo? Okay, yeah, then that.
I can't think of anything she'd need from me at this point. I should try to figure out what she wants.
Your visitation rights have been restricted to begin with.
It's as if I'm some monstrous criminal. I suppose my credibility has hit rock bottom.
But of course, your friends have fared a little better though. That lawyer and that girl were both quite worked up.
Miss Shields and Emma.
When I last saw them, they were giving one of the guards quite an earful.
What? You don't mean...
Be grateful. The goddess of law has been quite busy. They were spared punishment.
It certainly seems like you have plenty of time for small talk.
Oh yes. Prosecutor Von Kamra is presently continuing the investigation. You were worried about them, right?
I guess she saw right through me.
Also, since I only have one thing, I might as well just try and present it, just to see what her dialogue would be.
If it's about Kay Faraday, I believe she's being interrogated as we speak.
You people! Do you have any idea what you're doing? How dare you arrest an innocent person!
That's not a very nice thing to say. I would ask that you correct your statement. She is merely someone you want to believe is innocent. Am I wrong?
There is no there is no decisive evidence to prove that she's the culprit.
There is no evidence to prove her innocence either. Enough of this. It's pointless. The girl will be judged. There is nothing you can do to stop that. That's all there is to say about that. Now, let's get to the real issue at hand.
Okay. So, her goal.
Let's cut to the chase. Exactly what are you planning?
I am not planning anything. There is merely a question I wish to ask.
You're asking me?
Yes, of course. Who else is here? Objectively speaking, you are a clever individual, and you have a sharp mind. As a prosecutor, you are highly talented and capable.
Are you being ironic? Your sarcasm falls short.
I am being completely sincere, and that is why I cannot understand. Take this case, for example. You're up against the PIC. There is no chance for you to come out on top. Even a child could understand, and yet you...
Perhaps my younger self would not have done something so reckless. The me from before had power. That's why I thought justice was on my side. Just like you right now. However, because of a certain man, my self-centered sense of justice was broken down.
Can you guess who that man is, boys and girls?
Ever since then, I began to see people in a different light. I'm able to serve as a prosecutor only because of the support of the people around me. People like Detective Gumshoe and all the other investigators, and Kay as well. Honestly, I'm even surprised at how much I have changed.
I see. Is that how it is? I've come to understand you a little more.
Understand me? Not likely. Someone like you, who forces her own sense of justice onto others, could never understand.
I wonder about that. Is that what you think? If I could say one thing, it would be that this conversation has been very interesting. That is all.
So she got what she wanted? Really? Must have exposed some sort of weakness or something that she's gonna use, but I don't know. How's she gonna use this?
Our conversation is coming to an end. However, I have one last thing to tell you. The date of your hearing has been set. I came here today to inform you. Today, in the PIC meeting room, may you humbly accept your fate.
That's all you wanted to say? Can't you have just sent a messenger?
The holy words of the goddess of law simply cannot be entrusted to others. With that, Mr. Edgeworth, I bid you farewell. I shall be seeing you again later.
I'm guessing they're gonna pick me up soon for the hearing. Oh, I got some spare time. I'm gonna save state just in case something big happens, or I don't know. I'm assuming they already like plugged up the tunnel.
It's a simple bed. I didn't expect it to be very comfortable to sleep on. If it were Detective Gumshoe, he would probably snore loudly while sleeping like a log. I may never get a chance to work with him again. However, this is the path I chose. I won't regret it.
What else do we have here? The mirror?
Mustn't neglect my personal appearance just because I'm in a holding cell. Prosecutor or not, this is my personal duty. My collar is slightly bent. There. A well-groomed appearance reflects a well-groomed mind. From here on, I'll need to focus myself even more than ever. There's a dining menu sitting on the desk. It seems I can get food delivered if I pay for it. Let's see. Moldy white bread lunch set. Switch to moldy whole wheat bread for an extra $1. Oatmeal and grits set meal. For a limited time, get extra gruel at no additional cost. Thank goodness I'm not hungry right now.
Okay. And we got the toilet, I guess. Or the outside, maybe? No, we don't. Oh, we do have the toilet.
There's a poster on the wall next to the toilet. We are currently out of toilet paper. Please be prepared if you wish to use the toilet.
What does it mean by be prepared?
Are thick bars placed securely on the window. That reminds me. I watched a movie that had iron bars just like these. It was about a plan to escape a prison by filing down the iron bars. Of course, I wouldn't do such a thing. I don't even have a file. No. Even if I had one, I still wouldn't use it.
Okay, maybe outside?
There's a poster hanging in the hallway. The Dice and Slice game. Roll the dice and decide your daily menu. The Dice and Slice game has been cancelled due to the warden's arrest. We sincerely apologize to everyone who is looking forward to it.
There's no need to apologize for cancelling such a silly game.
Oh, I guess we did everything there is to do.
Another visitor?
Kay!
It seems you're all right. I'm relieved. For now.
You know, this is kind of touching.
Look a little down, Kay. Please cheer up. You didn't do anything wrong, I guarantee it.
Please, just accept it. I am a murderer.
That's not true. Why won't you believe in yourself?
What should I believe in? I mean, there's nothing.
There's nothing to believe in? That's not true. Before you lost your memories, you literally jumped into my life. As a result, your words and actions have become engraved in my memories. That's the mark you left behind. How can you call that nothing? I believe in your innocence. That's why you must believe in yourself as well.
Thank you. But it's no use. Look at all the misfortune I've brought upon you. If you can, please forget it all. Your memories are Kay Faraday.
I've never seen her this broken.
Kay!
You know, this takes me back. In my youth, I too was a gallant.
Is this the kind of justice that the PIC seeks?
Justice, huh? I wonder.
This man, what is he planning? Why is he pushing things forward so forcefully? It all seems too unnatural. Is there a hidden agenda? There's no time left. It's all or nothing now.
Well then, I must take my leave.
Hold it! Yes! No matter how you look at it, Kay's arrest wasn't natural. There must be something behind it.
4 pieces, damn. They're powerful ones too.
Hey, I'm a busy man, you know. I'm kind of a big deal, you see. I trust this won't take up too much of my time.
In order to make it out of this situation, I must break through his defenses.
Okay, so I'm thinking that when he cries, I need to... Well, let's see. When he cries, I need to either push or... when he cries, I probably need to shut up and let him, like, you know, talk it out.
There are plenty of things I want to ask, but my time is limited. First, I'll ask about why he rushed the arrest. I have no intention of letting him push me around. I will overcome this difficult situation.
Okay. Save stating just in case I fuck this up really badly.
Why did you rush her arrest? I would like a clear explanation.
Explanation? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with me. You clearly did not follow the proper procedures.
Okay. Maybe you should pipe down a bit. Do you even know the position you're in?
Haven't you realized it yet? I have you cornered.
No, I should have done it the other way around. I should have waited until he starts crying, I think. Oh, no.
I wonder what you're getting so excited about. I sure can understand the high spirits all you young folks seem to have.
Shit, that's gonna be a heavy hit. Making mistakes in this game is really a big issue.
That was a wasted remark.
Oh, it's not that bad, actually. Okay. It's not like when I was against Courtney. Oh, no, against Lada.
I have no intention of letting him push me around. I will overcome this difficult situation.
Okay, so let's do this again. This time I'll wait. I'll let him talk.
Suppose we let the criminal escape. What do you think will happen?
What will happen?
It would be made to take responsibility, you see. I hope you understand. Just take my advice and stay out of it, if you know what's good for you.
I refuse. Kay is innocent.
You know, this is so pitiful. It brings me to tears. I want you to just give up. Things were finally going well.
Things were going well, you say? That's a strange way to put it. It almost sounds as if you personally wanted Kay to be arrested. Far more than necessary. Haven't you lost your impartiality?
Yes, one down. Poker face, though.
You think so? That certainly wasn't my intention, you see. Edgeworth, my boy, you're reading too much into it.
He skillfully avoided the issue. However, I still have some serious doubts about Kay's arrest. Next, I shall ask him if the investigation was sufficient.
Excellent. Back to full time.
I can't miss even the teeniest piece of information. That's the only way to break through the situation. How much time was spent on the investigation?
You know, I wonder about that. I don't really remember, you see.
There's no way I can accept such a careless answer.
Like I said, I don't remember. My memory's not as sharp as it used to be, you see. Sometimes I even forget my own son's name.
I don't care about your idiot son. I want your answer regarding the investigation.
Yes, he really is an idiot. Even though I don't remember raising him like that.
There's no need to this. He might keep on dodging the question. He just keeps on dodging the question. Let's try another line of attack to make him take me seriously. It's hardly to say that the investigation was sufficient. The arrest, was it under your authority?
My. Do I really look that important?
The Prosecutorial Investigation Committee Chairman. It's quite a prominent title. Not that I care much for it.
That was rather blunt. I'm so shocked. I could cry.
I'm sorry. Flattery was never my forte.
If you keep talking like that towards me, you'll never get your prosecutor's badge back, you know.
Shit, I did it wrong. Let me make this clear right now. I do not... Oh, maybe I did right.
I do not live for the sake of my badge. Status means nothing to me. Do you understand?
Young. So young. Let me teach you something as your senior in life. What you're saying right now, it's far too naive, you see.
The look in his eyes has changed. He might respond differently to some of my questions now. Oh, great. This is my chance. How much time was spent on the investigation?
Well, aren't you an impertinent one? And someone like me is starting to get annoyed.
What a coincidence. I feel the same way. Answer me. Was the investigation sufficient?
Young folks always live life in the fast lane. That's why I like to bully him. You'll regret this soon enough. You sure are quiet. Are you scared?
Ridiculous. I was just thinking about my next strategy. On how to extract information from a weepy old man.
You should show some remorse, you know. Don't you get it? I hold your fate in my hands.
What does he keep burning?
In any case, even if you obtain some information, there's nothing you can do. Just give up already.
I refuse.
Mind if I ask why?
It's simple. The truth is fading away. That's all there is to it.
I see. I'm starting to understand what kind of person you are. But you know, it's all useless. It's enough to make me cry. Give it up! The Girls Guild has already been decided.
That's strange. The way you said that, it almost sounds like it was decided from the very beginning.
Still not done.
What are you trying to say?
Fuck, I don't know. What am I trying to say? I'll wait and see.
Huh. So you've grown silent. Does this mean I can go now?
I was too passive. Shit. Wrong choice. Oh, come on. What, I gotta do the whole line again?
I have no intention of letting him push me around. I will overcome this difficult situation.
Okay, so let's do this again. We can skip all of this, I think. And just reach the end. I think that was right the last question in the line of questioning. I think this is it. And here we go. Use our attack.
Yes, it's clearly unnatural. Everything is progressing as if Kay's guilt was premeditated, predetermined. Wasn't Kay's arrest planned from the start?
Still with his poker face, impressive.
I see. That's an interesting theory. But I don't have time to indulge in your flights of fancy, you know. Why don't we put an end to this silly conversation? Curses!
He's trying to get away. For that, I must find out if the arrest was lawful.
Alright, full time.
It's still very faint, but I'm beginning to see the path to the truth. I can't let this opportunity slip by. Please wait. There's still something I want to ask you.
I've grown weary of our little tete-a-tete. Please keep it short, okay?
If I put together what you have told me up until now, I cannot help but say that there is no basis for Kay's arrest.
Awesome.
Yes, I understand. You see, but, you know, it doesn't really matter either way. You can't overturn her arrest.
How irresponsible! Do you still claim to be a man of the law?
My. Those are some harsh words, you know. You know, you're starting to make me a little angry. You see, to be honest, I really can't answer all of your questions, you know? That's just the position I'm in, you see? I'm a busy man, you know?
Aren't you just pretending to be busy?
That's cool, you know? This old chunk of coal has been working like a dog. Pretending. Just what do you think that would accomplish?
Haven't you... Shit, that was the wrong one. Fuck. I have to retry. I'm not sure what I was supposed to do over there. It sounded like he started crying, but maybe it was the other one. I'm not positive there. Okay, so again. Let's keep going. Here I need to wait and see. I think I need to say something here. You did want to talk about the case. Isn't that why you're trying to get away from this place?
Yes. How sad. Yes. How sad indeed. Do you really suspect little old me?
I do suspect you, and I'm confident about it. There was clearly no basis for Kay's arrest.
My. Have you forgotten? Wasn't there evidence? The mask, the letter, and the corsage. All were found in the girl's possession.
Yes, how comfortable.
Not to mention, she even confessed. All of this serves to prove her crime.
That's...
Any objections?
I think so? God damn it, I want to yell objection. Fuck. Gotta do all of this again. I think I might have needed to shut up. I'm running low on time here. If anyone has any idea of what I think I should do, hints or ideas are welcome. Okay, here we wait. Now I gotta say, I think it's the top one. Okay, awesome. And I think the next one is to wait. No clue? Okay. That's also good. At least we're together in our cluelessness. So maybe shut up? I'm just guessing here, but I don't know.
You see, you have no response.
It's true, I have no objections. Although, there is one point that bothers me. This man seems awfully familiar with the evidence. To remember everything without missing a beat. That intrigues me. This could be a useful clue. Kay is not the culprit.
My. That's a rather bold claim, you know. Anyone can shout objections at the top of their lungs, you see. Mr. Former Prodigy Prosecutor.
Ugh. What? It's no use. I don't have enough information. Shit, so it wasn't it. So it's probably another, like, branch in the other one. My chance will come, sooner or later. And when it does, I mustn't let it slip by. Oh, because I have more to ask. I need to be on the lookout for his familiarity with the evidence. Maybe after he like lists it, I can say something new. I've run this line of questioning to its conclusion. Let's try another line of attack. Okay, so it must be the other one. Who was the one who made the decision to arrest her? Oh, okay. I didn't know there was an issue.
Well, I can't say I remember. Growing old is a terrible thing, you see. My memory's not what it used to be, you know.
Perhaps I should use that clue. Don't play dumb with me. Didn't you remember all of the evidence in full detail just now? Stop pretending to be a forgetful old man when things aren't going your way. Still not? Damn it. Now then, who was the one who made the decision to arrest her?
I see. You're a sharp one, aren't you? You know, I wish my son could learn from you. Because he's a real idiot.
I'm not interested in your son. Who made the decision for the arrest?
You're a bad man, you know? Don't you already know? The one who ordered her arrest.
Please.
Ah, god damn it!
It was Judge Courtney, probably, but fuck! I'm gonna lose this, I think. Ah, fuck.
You know, I'm a pretty busy man. I'll be heading back now, you see.
At least it's just a small amount. Actually, there is a Cheers.
Shoot! I messed up.
I don't think I have to do it all the way from the beginning, though. At least I hope not.
I can't give up now. I have to stand my ground.
Let me see if I need to do the entire line of questioning again, even on this segment.
Now, let's try this again.
This is definitely supposed to be a segment that you know, try a couple of times. Okay, it's not from the beginning. Let me see if... Yeah, okay, so I need to do this again. So it feels like it is something that you need to like retry a couple of times because of like the little amount of health that they remove when you fail. So it's like they expect you to fail a couple of times sometimes. Okay, almost have this memorized already. Next one is the top one, if I remember right. Alright. That's a really tough rook. Okay, now we realize that he has particular memory of the clues. Alright, so I think one of the choices last time I remember was Judge Courtney. I think that was the right one. It just wasn't positive.
What? It was him?
I was sure. God, I just hate Courtney so much. I really want to see her fall. Fine, fuck. I'll take the penalty. I just hate her so much. I really want it to be her, but I guess it is him. Okay, so we're almost back over there. I think that after we take down this piece, he might start showing his true colors and leave the poker face. He should be under a lot of stress by now.
The person right in front of me. I'm certain of it.
Yes. Ouch. You make it sound like I committed some kind of injustice. Yes, I'll have to clear that up. My honor's at stake here, you see. Very well. I'll continue to play along with you until you are satisfied.
What is most crucial here is how much this man knows about this case. If I can get him to reveal that.
Okay. Full time.
It's do or die. If I can overcome this, I'll reach the truth. You seem pretty familiar with the case.
I'm a wise man, you know. I'm familiar with most things, you see.
I do think it was very wise of you to arrest Kay in this case.
Two could play this game.
I'm a very busy man. I can end this conversation anytime I want, you know. Don't you forget about that.
This would have already been over if you had simply answered my questions. If you give me a proper answer, I won't take any more of your time. I will ask you once again, why are you so familiar with this case?
I read the case files, you see. Honestly, it was quite a drag, you know. But it's my job, so what could I do? Because of my position, you see. I can't just skip out on it. Well, I had some time to kill, so I read the whole thing, you see.
That's strange. Didn't you just say you were very busy?
Another blow.
Aren't your faults slowly coming to light now? If you truly wish to protect your position, I would advise you to resign the arrest order.
Or rescind? I don't know how to pronounce that.
You really are desperate, you know. That never say die attitude. It touches my heart. But you know, it's unfortunate that all your hard work was for naught. Because we discovered her unconscious body near the crime scene, you see.
This is the first I've heard of Kay's condition when she was found.
Well, we did hear that, like, the hospital found her. We never heard that, like, they found her, especially not the best senior.
She was unconscious in the storeroom.
That's right. The source of that information is classified, though.
This man knows things even I don't know. Does he know the whole story behind this case? This could be a useful clue. The suspect. Regarding Kay, how much do you know about her?
She's the suspect in this case. That's all I know, you see. Scouts on her.
Perhaps I should use that clue.
Oh, a rook.
Something you've said feels out of place. You know about things that the crime scene investigation never revealed. Why is that? Just how much of the truth do you know?
Yes. You're making that forceful face again. You know, it makes me want to do the same. Like this. You really are a persistent one, you know? But I can admire that, you see.
I will take that as a compliment.
Can't you give it a rest already? At my age, my body's not as strong as it once was, you know? There is no one else who could be the culprit beside her. She was even given that much evidence to show that she committed the crime.
She was given evidence, you say? That's an odd choice of words. It almost sounds as if she did not possess them under her own will.
We're almost there.
I see. You really do have a fine eye for the details, as expected for a former prodigy prosecutor. You've already found your answer, haven't you? I'm listening, so go ahead and say it. There's no need to hold back, you see.
I finally wrenched open the heavy door to the truth. Now, all that remains is to strike the final blow. K is not the culprit.
My. That's a rather bold claim, you know. Anyone can shout objections at the top of their lungs, you see, Mr. Former Prodigy Prosecutor.
Shall break through this with that clue.
Oh shit, is that a queen?
K was framed. The true culprit is pinning the blame on her. That is my answer. Yes!
Still a poker face. Even though we broke him a little. We made a dent.
Yes. You're a clever one. It almost makes me feel bad that your prosecutor's badge was taken away, you know. Yes, it's as you say.
Checkmate.
Perfect. Logic chess complete.
You arrested K, even when you knew of the existence of the true culprit. Don't toy with me. There's no way to act.
Sorry.
There is no way such an act would be tolerated.
You sure are green, you know. That's what a prosecutor's supposed to do.
What, plant evidence?
It will all work out fine if we make her guilty.
Who would desire such a resolution?
If I had to say, maybe the PIC. And also, maybe me, you know? Ha 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 ha! When I heard your words just now, I could barely hold back my tears, you know? It was just so splendid, you see, and it burned me up inside. I'm not the most perfect piece of work, you know, so I can't forgive such youthfulness. You say the truth is important, but you know, once you know the real value the truth holds, I wonder if you can still say the same thing.
What are you trying to say?
When you get to where I am, you can just create your own truths anytime you want. Kay Faraday is the culprit. That was a truth that I simply manufactured out of thin air.
Shit, isn't there like, I don't know, microphones anywhere here? Isn't anyone else like hearing this? He's literally confessing to the crime. Not the murder, but still, probably. And the whole like, you know, framing. Ugh.
Good. Very good. That face. That expression. You were such a desperate one, you see. That's why I really wanted to bully you, you know?
You regard as the launch break? Yeah, must be.
You see, even if you know the truth, there's simply nothing you can do. And that's the real value of truth. So shocking that it's to die for, you know?
Why won't you pursue the true culprit? How much of the truth do you know?
Do you understand now? The truth that you believe in is worthless, you see. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Powerless former prosecutor. You! Ooh, scary, scary. You know, I guess the friends of a heinous criminal are also quite heinous themselves. Blaze, you! And like this, you see, one more person will disappear before me. Ah, here come the waterworks. These tears of mine just won't stop, you know?
Everything will be decided in today's deliberation. Kay's innocence, I will definitely prove it.
Oh, that's it? That there will be to be continued. Okay, so I think this is a perfect spot for us to stop for now. So we see everyone, we're at the hearing. It's actually nice. We might get some of courtroom action next stream. I've been missing that a bit. Which the best do you prefer? I'm sad to say the son. Because, you know, he might be confused, but he doesn't, an idiot, but he doesn't seem evil. While the father definitely is. So that's all the time we have for today, unfortunately, guys. We'll continue with the peak of this next stream. It might even be the last stream of the... We might even finish this case. It feels like we're pretty close, and it kind of feels like this is going to be the climax. So we'll see. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for watching. Where K pulls out a wire and reveals the concussion was fake. That would be amazing. I wish they would pull a twist like that, but I don't see it right now. But that's what would make it a great twist if they could pull it off. So, as I said, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you so much. I had a great time. I hope you enjoyed it at least as much as I did. Real-loving this case, real-loving this game, of course, real-loving the character. Thank you also, Mario, for making me change Blaze's voice. I feel much better with his new voice, and I hope you enjoy it too. So, I'll be back not tomorrow, but on Wednesday. I'll be back on Wednesday, same time as today. You can check the schedule to see what time is it for you locally. There's a North American and a European version, whichever you prefer. And on Safe City Heroes, it's already according to your own timeline. If you haven't already and feel like it, feel free to follow me on Twitch, Steam, and Twitter to get notifications whenever I start to stream so you don't miss it. And you can follow me on Twitch and YouTube to watch my past podcasts of this game and others. So that's it, guys. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for the banter and the help. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. If maybe I'll have some time, I'll stream tomorrow. Highly doubt it. Or on Wednesday before the scheduled stream. I'll see. I'll do my best. Anyway, for sure I'll see you on Wednesday and hopefully before that. So take care, everybody. Have a great, great week. And Marco.